Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How are you doing this morning? I'm Skip LaCour, and I'm so glad you are here for our daily discipline, our daily habit, our ritual, virtual mental toughness conditioning coach, your friend, right? Again, just comparing notes, going through the journey of life. I'm so glad you are here. And in today's connection, I had a gentleman ask me about my schedule and getting up in the morning. How do you get up so early in the morning every single day, right? And he wants to get up earlier so he could get more accomplished, right? So I want to talk about that and a lot more. I want to answer any questions that you may have. So go ahead and post your comments, your questions, suggestions. Say hello. Say good morning or good afternoon or good evening, whatever part of the world you're in. I'm so glad you are here, whether you're watching me live. I have a lot of men, they've been emailing me, sending me a direct message that they want to start making this part of their day and actually experiencing this live. That is awesome. Love to start our day off together. But if you're watching the replay version, schedule this at a certain time. Every single day that you can watch it, even if it's in a replay version, a habit, a discipline, just to compare notes. Hey, did you wake up this morning with your game face on, ready to take on the day? Did you go to bed last night with picking out one thing that's going to put you ahead, more than just checking off the boxes, taking care of your daily responsibilities, the daily grind? One thing, whether it's one phone call, one email, a 5-minute project, a 5-hour project. Did you go to bed last night thinking that one thing, you're a beg, borrow, steal, whatever it took to do one thing that puts you ahead? It's those little things or big things that we take the time to do every single day. We take advantage of our limited amount of time, right? We all only have so much time in a day, right? 24 hours, but how are you going to use it? Right, those days slip by. This year has already gone by so fast. I've been with you every single morning this year. I just can't believe how time it goes by so quickly. And it's either going to work for you or against you. But you're going to have to steal that, make the most of that time by stealing time, if that's what it takes, to inch your way to create that life, those feelings, those experiences that we really want. And I'm just here to just remind you of who you really are, what you're really all about, what you really want, right? This accountability. That's why I love my one-on-one coaching. I love my one-on-one coaching where I talk to my guys every single week to keep them accountable. They can't go 2 weeks without really reminding themselves of what they're after, why they're after it, and are they taking steps. Right? Whether they're taking steps or not, they can't escape it. They can't put it out of mind, because you know what happens? That one thing you said you were going to do, all right? A couple weeks go by, and another week goes by. It's a couple months, 6 months, and you say, what was that? Why didn't I work on that project? I really wanted to do that. And then so much time has gone by. Think about that one thing that you want to do, that you keep on reminding yourself, even if we don't have the pleasure of working on one-on-one together in coaching, at least use this morning connection to remind yourself, you know what? Every time I watch this morning connection, it's going to remind me, Skip's going to make me accountable every time I come watch the show, of that one thing. What is that one thing for you? Why don't you post that down below? I'm always curious. The thing, everybody's wired differently. They have this one goal, this one experience, this one life event, or whatever that means so much to them and gets them going in the morning. That's what I want to talk about. A gentleman asked me how he get up so early in the morning, because he wants to get up in the morning too, and I want to talk about that. But first, I want to say hello to everyone who's joining us live. Early morning, 3 a.m. Look at that, the most. I'm always looking for. I had a mentor that he said he used to say that, and this is a really empowering belief. If there's something that he can take credit for, a compliment, that it's anywhere around him in any slight way can be tracked back to something that he's done, he's going to take that compliment. Isn't that an empowering belief? If it's anywhere around him. A lot of times we as men, we play ourselves down. And so, in some circles, I think a lot of men playing themselves down, not stepping into their power, not even appreciating their power, right? Somewhere along the line, they took that as a good thing, a good sign. They see it as humility in a good way. But I'll tell you, the best things in life that you're after, I don't think I have to tell you, they don't just give them away. The best things in life, the best experiences, have those emotions that you want on a continual basis, they are reserved for the men who are the mentally and emotionally the toughest. That's what this morning connection is about. It's mental toughness conditioning. Mental toughness for older men with busy, productive lives, right? We're in a special group. But the best things in life, the best experiences, the best options in life are reserved for the men who are the mentally toughest, emotionally toughest, mentally flexible, emotionally flexible. They don't just give them away. Last thing you want to do is start playing yourself down, where other people have to tell you how great you are. Oh, I'm not that great. I work with so many men with their fitness. That's usually what they are drawn to me for, the fitness strategies that they believe at some level, if they were to get their training and eating habits down, their physical body, their level of health, that's going to be the stepping stone, the foundation to go on to all the other things they want in life. Many times that's true. A lot of times maybe not, right? But it's that bigger thing that they want. The fitness is just the stepping stone. A lot of older men with busy, productive lives who go to the gym, and the first thing, they don't appreciate their power. One of the first things I say to them is that, okay, look, you're frustrated, right? You're not looking at this situation. I said, look, okay, whatever, they're 55 years old. Right? I said, you work out, you watch what you eat. Of course, there's a higher and higher level. That's what you come to me for, right? My 30 years, given that one distinction strategy, open up their mind in that confusion, frustration, overwhelm. But before we begin, we got to appreciate where we are. And so I'll say to them, if you were in a grocery store on a Saturday morning and they took 155-year-old men, right, not just the guys who work out in the gym, but just from all over, all walks of life, 55-year-old men, and they all round them up in a typical Saturday morning grocery store. I said, where would you rank in terms of fitness? Most of them, when you put it in that context, they can kind of appreciate I'd be in the top 20 easy. Some of them, I've seen their pictures. They text me their pictures before we have these conversations because, when we get in conversations, you and me, about taking like your fitness together, I've been through this for so many years, helped out so many people. A picture tells me 1,000, 1,000,000 words about whatever you say of your habits. That picture tells me more than you could possibly imagine. All right? And I'm looking at that picture, and they're easily in the top 20 out of 100, again, of men their age, 55 years old. I'll go, I don't know, top half. And I say, wait, think about this, right? Men your age, you look better than, they're not even working out, most men. Think of your coworkers or your relatives your age. And they go, yeah, I guess that's right. I said, so you got to appreciate you're in the top 20 easy out of the 100. Top 20% of all the men doing this. Now, I know that's not quite a compliment sometimes because those other guys aren't watching what they eat and they're not going to the gym. But that doesn't matter. You're still in the top 20. Top 20% in what you do. And some guys are even top 10%, right? They just want that edge. They want to get, like me, in the top 2% of men their age, right? But they don't understand where they are right now and what they're after. I said, look, you're in the top 20 and you want to get in the top 7%. That's what you're asking me right now. That's what you're trying to, and they go, yeah, I never really thought about that. See, not knowing your power and what you've accomplished, playing yourself down and things as humility, right? It may not be serving you, right? We got to step into our power to get to that next level. The best things in life got to be mentally tough, emotionally tough, mentally flexible, emotionally flexible. We got to know our power to take it to a higher level. All right. All right. Let's see here. Musashi, good evening. You're part of the world. Good morning, Pete. Good morning, Jack. Good to have you guys here today. All right. So let's talk about that. The gentleman asked me, how do I get up so early in the morning? Now, I'm sure that question is a little bit deeper than how do I get up in the morning, right? Like, how do I physically get up at 2:40 in the morning, right? Set an alarm, get up. But I think the key, the basic key, which I don't really believe is what the question was, the deeper meaning, is I go to bed early. There's no magic. You know, if you're going to bed at 10, 11 o'clock at night, that's your schedule. You know, you work the 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Your coworkers, your family has that type of life. I mean, you go to bed at 10, 11 o'clock at night. Well, of course you're not going to get up at 2:40 in the morning. All right, you got to get your sleep. I get my sleep too. All right, I go to bed at 8 o'clock. I go to bed with my kids. You know, my 5.5-year and 4-year-old, right? I go to bed early so I could get up early. Got to get my sleep. Maybe not as much sleep. I'm not a big proponent of that 8 or 9 hour sleep thing. I mean, there's too much life to live to be sleeping that much, right? But I do need, my sleep. So there's really no magic, I go to bed early to get up this early, all right? But I think the bigger question, if I could read into it, is what gets me up? What gets me up? Two things that's important, because we all have our own different combinations to figure out, code to crack to be happy. One thing about this life that I've created that nobody gave me, I took risk, and some risks paid off, some didn't, is I quit my 9 to 5 job 22 years ago now, right? That puts me in that pattern of 8 to 5 and weekends and those type of things. So now I deal with you all over the world. Masashi's from he's from Japan. It's evening there. Got Muhammad, all over the world here. Hello, David, right? So East Coast, I'm in the Pacific time zone. So I work on a 24-hour clock. That's number one, right? So, when I get up at 2:40, and I come to you, right? Lionel is from Australia. It's early evening there, right? And that's all the men I deal with. So I don't have that 9 to 5 schedule, and I work 7 days a week. I don't know if I necessarily consider this work. This is my passion. It's my legacy, my destiny, connecting with you. All right. So it's a 24-hour clock that I use. Hello, Caesar. Good to have you here. Hello, Jason. So Jason says, yeah, 2:40 in the morning is insane. Is it possible to sleep too much? Hey, you know what? A lot of studies about sleep, how much you need, how much you don't need. I mean, let me, Jason, on that question, I'll kind of tell you like my thoughts, but everybody's got to make their decisions, especially when it comes to health, how much they believe sleep they need. I mean, when I've talked about sleep in the past, I for those of you who are new into my circles, way back in 1998, I was the first person on the internet before all this social media where it was so easy, so many people being thrown at you. I did the first daily journal as I prepared for the Mr. Universe contest. So every single day I did a journal, a log of my daily schedule. And that, me being, he's not drug-free, I mean, of course that was polarizing and controversial, right? The physique I achieved as a drug-free bodybuilder. But you know what? A close second was how much sleep that I did or I didn't get. And it's really interesting. I can't climb into everybody's mind, but I think that everybody wants more. Everybody wants to accomplish more. And so, back at that time on the internet, you could climb into people's lives for the first time. And they wanted to have the body, they want to have the disciplines or whatever. And, I'll tell you, if I'm sleeping 5 hours a night and you're sleeping 9, I got 4 more hours in the day than you. Now, look, I want everybody to be happy. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do, how much sleep they need. That's your own choice, your own life choices and everything like that. But I don't know. I can't climb into people's mind, but that was one thing they extrapolated. Well, you can't be drug-free if you only get that much sleep. You can't grow, if you only get 5 hours sleep or whatever, right? They extrapolated a lot of things. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Brian. Good to have you gentlemen here, right? from it. But just like with everything, we all got to make our own choices of how it all fits together with you. These are my choices. To use a 24-hour clock, 7 days a week, and talk to men all over the world. Nobody gave me this. I actually worked hard to earn this, took the risk to live this kind of life. And it works for my big picture. All right, but I get up early because I want to get as much stuff done before my kids wake up. And so I have a big chunk of my day where I have this solace between you, and I'm in my head, I plan, I imagine. So it just works for me, how I arrange my life. That's number one. But the biggest thing, the point that I make is why? Why can I get up? Why would you do with 2 hours sleep? Jason and I would say, why would you want to sleep? You sleep 9 hours? Okay, fine. Do you need that? What do you want more of that you would want to even experiment to maybe only sleep 7? Well, that becomes your vision in your life. Right? How clear is that? I want you to invest in my Morning Connection MANformation course audio special, right? In addition to an 11-hour course, the MANformation Confidence, Certainty, Body Language, Vision, Beliefs, Structure, Habits, Discipline. Chapter 6 is about, my vision that I created, 8 pages in detail. Since I created that, it's in my head subconsciously and consciously that I work towards every day. I really don't know of too many things that I do over the course of the day that aren't leading me to that vision. When I met my wife, I said, look, this is a journey I'm going on in great detail. What do you think about this? Is that something that you want? I mean, it really sped up the time period of where I got to know her. She says, yeah, I want this. But here's the most important thing, because I've helped out a lot of men who getting older, right? And they want that love and connection life. And I know what that's like, right? And they have these beliefs because they had challenges in relationships before. And, women want this, money, this, that, or what they think, things that they don't have. And the whole relationship thing is challenging. And I said, look, if you know what you want, and that's what the woman wants, right? A woman, in my opinion, just wants to know that you are going to help her take her life to the next level to make tomorrow a better day, right? So if you're married right now, you're in a girlfriend relationship, or you're looking for that woman, right? Everybody wants to find somebody that their beliefs, their view of the world, and it may not be the same, that if she were to be with you and you were to be with her, that it's going to take that dream, that vision, they're going to assist you, help you, not grade against it, all right? She's going to be all for you, whatever it is, even if you never accomplish that. If you know where you're going, and it's what she wants or agrees to, wow, that sounds great. But you get up every single day. You get up every single day. It isn't like you play, you're sleeping 12 hours a day. It isn't like you're spending, 3 hours playing video games or something like that, unless you believe at least that those 3 hours of video game is somehow recharging your battery, to make all these things happen. But it's having a clear vision of what you want. That's what gets me up in the morning, right? It's well thought out when you invest in the course. And the best thing about when you get this Morning Connection MANformation course special is you get one-on-one time with me, an hour and a half. And we're going to talk over your goals. I'm going to take you through a skilled process that I've taken many, many men through to get them clear, get focus of their emotion to connect to what they want. I'm just emotionally connected to what I want. Sometimes I feel more comfortable and more confident that I'm going there. Sometimes I'm not, just like everybody else. But I know where I'm going every single day. Consciously and subconsciously, I'm driven towards a goal that will get me up when I don't feel like it. And certainly get me up when I do feel like it, when I'm clear. It all starts with that vision. Why are you doing everything that you're doing? In the bigger picture, right? When you invest in this course, in that section, right, that session, I read it, I line it out, 8 pages, and I help you create a formula, sight, sound, emotions, of all the different aspects of life. It's really scary when you go back, because I did that before I was in this situation, marriage, kids, all those type of things, what I envision. And consciousness and subconscious have been driving forward every single day. Again, when I know it and when I don't know it. I mean, what gets me up in the morning is I took that time to go through a process many years ago. What do I really want and why do I want it? Sure, I've had setbacks. I've made adjustments, everything along the way. Right? But it was taking the time, going through a skill process with the coaches and the mentors that I've had. I mean, As long as you have a clear vision, you know where you're going. You will find people who want to come along, but it's how clear you are, how much you believe it, how much you withstand all the setbacks, but you're always moving forward. But you get up every single morning. Everything you do in some way, shape, or form, even if you have to make it up, you have to stretch your imagination, it's leading me there. See, I don't, if you were to, maybe I'll bring my wife, get up here early, we'll have some discussions, right? I don't think she could say, I do anything over the course of my day that isn't some way leading. Sometimes I don't really talk about it here. Sometimes I'm really interested in politics, but even when I'm in politics, it's about the human condition, how influential, how persuasive, how the media just warps people's mind, how the influencers warp the masses' minds. That is fascinating to me, right? I guess indirectly, that doesn't lead to my vision, but to me, it kind of does. But there's not too many things that I don't do in the course of a day. From the time I get up at 2:40 to the time I drop at 8 o'clock at night with my kids that aren't leading to that vision. So, I guess the physical question, how did I get up early in the morning, is I go to bed early. But I think the bigger purpose, what drives me to get up in the morning, is that vision I created a long time. I want you to come along. I want to help you through this. I know a lot of guys are loving this, and they love the connection. I hope you're getting so much out of it. I want you to tell me what you got out of today's. Post that down below. It's one of the little exercises. What did you find most valuable? So start posting that down below out of this time together. But I want you to go on this journey. This clarity that I had the coaching mentor to create a long time ago is getting me up in the mornings, helping me stay late at night. Again, through all the challenges, all the setbacks, because I have those things too, right? But keeps me moving forward. What gets me up in the morning is that dream, it's that vision that I see, I feel, all right? When you order that morning connection, you make that investment in yourself, and we get to talk for an hour and a half. Do that now. Let's talk this weekend. All right, I'll make the time for you. I love the guys who are into fitness, but they understand this mindset thing, how important it is. All right. I always come out here, what am I going to talk about? And then you guys inspire me. It just comes through me. All right. Gets me fired up for the day. All right. So tell me what you found most valuable about this time that we spent together. And thank you for staying on here too. I love the live viewers. I love how many of you guys are kind of coming to this, making this a part of your day. It really keeps me going. I really appreciate it. Hello, Andrew. Thank you so much, Andrew. That's very nice of you. Andrew, go ahead and post what you found most valuable. I love that too. I hope good stuff. Okay, I'm glad you found that helpful, Jason. Hey, Jason, by the way, you invested in that special, that bodybuilding training mastery. Let's connect today. I always want to provide even more value. And let's talk 10 to 20 minutes. I want to get you on the right mindset to use the information that you invested in. All right? So bodybuilding and training, life, fitness, mindset, MANformation, it's all what we're all about. It all ties together. I'm glad that you see that, Jason. All right, guys. Hey, when you're a little bit older like me, right? That's what you're attracted to this for, with this energy, this passion at our advanced age, right? We got more time behind us than we do in front of us. We got to seize the day. We got to live. We got to love. We got to hug. We got to connect. We got to chip away at that legacy. If we don't do it now, when are we going to do it? We got to live with that sense of urgency. All right? So remember to expect the best from yourself. Expect the best from your efforts. Expect the best from other people. They're going to get you because you know where you're going. You know where you're going. That energy, they want to come along. You know where you're going. Everybody wants to come along for that guy who knows where he's going. I want that to be you. Reach out today. Invest in that MANformation Cour. Let's talk for that hour and a half. I'm laughing because just, I don't know, 40 minutes ago, I was just waking up. Now you guys energize me so much. It's surprising. But I love it. I love it. I love it. I want you guys to live with this sense of passion too. And it all starts with that vision. Let me help you create it. Right? Do that for yourself. Invest yourself. I'm going to squeeze you in this weekend when you do it. I'm going I talk to my guys fitness all week long, but I'll put you first at this MANformation personal development. If now is the time, you're the type of guy who does what it takes to get what he wants, takes action, take action now. I'm going to fit you in this weekend. Let's do that 90-minute session. Get your vision and get the MANformation course so you can see mine all written out in that 6-session course. 11 hours of power. All right, again, expect the best from yourself, expect the best from your efforts, expect the best from other people, and have a great day.